second largest country in the world, is arable. Agriculture takes a major share in country's GDP. Farmers are termed as the backbone of the country since ages. Delhi, the capital city of India. The national highways to Delhi are Sindhu, Shahjahanpur, Tikri, Ghazipur. The highways are blocked and turned into shelters by the farmers because the farmers are fighting for their rights. The farmers' protest in India is the biggest protest after India's freedom struggle in 1947. In this protest, hundreds of farmers' unions are taking part. COVID-19 pandemic is going on. The country is in lockdown. June 2020, the central government has announced the new reform bills for farmers. The new bills are Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Act, Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement on Price Assurance and Farm Services Act, Essential Commodities Amendment Act. 5th September 2020, Indian Parliament. Standing Committee is yet to discuss the new reform bills, but it hasn't. The special conditions during the pandemic haven't given a chance to voting in the Parliament. So, the government has declared the bills, got signed by the President of India and released them to the public. The process to form new reform bills for farmers took just 3 months of duration. But the farmers and farmers' organizations started opposing these 3 bills and announced a protest till the repeal of the bills. 26th November 2020. All trade unions and farmers have given a call for nationwide Bandh in India against the new bills. Farmers got a huge support from the citizens of India. Around 250 million people participated in the Bandh along with farmers and farmers' unions. The government hasn't repealed the bills. Farmers have given a call for Chalo Delhi. Lakhs of farmers joined the movement and headed towards Delhi on their own tractors and other vehicles. Unexpectedly, the central government has used water cannons, tear gas and bullets on farmers at the borders of Delhi to stop Chalo Delhi. Opposing the government's acts towards farmers, the farmers and farmers' organizations have decided to protest peacefully at the borders. The bills are made for the upliftment of the farmers and these are discussed in many committees, is a statement by the government. But the farmers are opposing these bills. Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Act. The farmers are opposing these bills. Why?
These are totally anti-farmers and pro-corporate ordinances. No farmers never demanded for this bill, this type of act. And these 3 acts are not agriculture related. They are commerce related. Commerce Ministry's job. Why Agriculture Minister is doing? And farmers are producer. We do not want to be trader. Why you are forcing us to be trader? We do not want to be trader. We are producer. We'll produce. We'll go to the market and sell. We do not want to be trader. But these 3 acts is trade act. They want to convert the farmers into traders and the nut bolt of the big traders. Small farmers cannot do big trade. Adani, Ambani, big traders, these farmers will be tagged with them and they'll work for them and maximum profit will be earned by the corporate houses.
This is the time of winter season in India. The climate is changing rapidly and the roads are covered with fog. But the farmers haven't stepped back. The farmers from other regions of India started joining the protest.
इसमें मेरी जिम्मेदारी दी रखी है, जो भी साथी आ रहे हैं उनको सर्दी ना लगे और उनके लिए रजाई, गद्दे, रहने के लिए झोंपड़ी का टेंट देना, ये सब कार्य मैं पिछले 1 माह से यहाँ कर रहा हूँ. हमारा अनुभव है कि हम 12 दिसंबर को जब यहाँ आए तब यहाँ एक तरफ का रोड हमने बंद किया था और खुले में हम आसमान के नीचे कंपाती गई है कि इस ठंड के अंदर 500 एक साथी सो रहे थे और फिर बाद में लगातार ये कारवां बढ़ता गया. यहाँ सभी जो भी साथी आया है उनको कोई तरह की प्रॉब्लम हमने होने नहीं दी और रात का टेम्परेचर यहाँ माइनस में चला जाता है, बर्फ़ जम रही है। आज भी आपने देखा होगा, रात को आप सो रहे थे हमारे पास, यहाँ रात को बर्फ़ जमी है। ऐसा माहौल प्रतिदिन यहाँ लगातार हो रहा है।
Thousands of protesters at all the borders are increasing to lakhs in number. The government is left with no option other than giving a permission to continue the protest. Sindhu border, national highway to reach Delhi from Punjab and Haryana. The farmers are gathering day after day to fight against 3 bills. The busy national highway has turned into a shelter for the farmers. Vehicles are turned to houses. The peaceful protestants are waiting for the call of government to have a talk with them regarding the bills. But the government hasn't taken any initiative. The farmers are facing typical situations on the roads and withstanding with them. To continue, a huge protest for long days needs food, water, and some basic amenities. How the farmers are able to get these things?
Now the support is pouring in. Many are coming and contributing to them by money and kind. So they are getting langars, and in the langar they are giving their own atta and their own provision, and everybody is cooking and everybody is eating. So this is a community kind of life now. Nobody is cooking for themselves privately, but everybody is cooking publicly, commonly, as a community kitchen, community langar. And this is a culture of the Sikhism, the langar and the gurudwaras, and where they will do karseva, so that they will cook and serve to all. And not only they are doing so, now the nearby places of Sindhu, Tikri and all other borders, where the farmers are having langar, the remaining population who are urban poor, they are also in gathering in big number, and they are also consuming this food, and they are being fed with a very happiness, with pleasure by the farmers.
The temperatures at Delhi border are shedding below 0 degrees. The farmers are passing away because of climatic changes, health complications, and some of them are committing suicides. There is a rising emergency of doctors and health workers to support physical and mental health of the farmers.
We have started a new hospital here right in the Sindhu border for the emergency services, where we have 4 beds and we have all the emergency facilities which is running 24 hours. So we have doctors all over from the Punjab, Haryana and Delhi who are voluntarily giving the services. And everything here is free of cost. If there is some emergency as well, we are not charging anything to anybody. This is all free. We have doing patients, approximately 300 patients are being seen every day. The very first day when we started, there was a lot of problems, people with the injury because of the water cannons and because of the sticks, the lathi charge. There were a lot of people, the farmers who were injured. That time we used to give bandages and everything. Then the second problem which came out was because they were not carrying their medicines from their home. So the diabetes was there, the high blood pressure was there. Then because of the cold weather, they have these leg pains and the pains in their knees, because mostly they are above the age of 65. So these kinds of problems which are most common in the cold weather.
The days are passing by. Some people started raising allegations against the protest by saying that terrorist and anti-social elements are in the farmers' protest to curb the country's peace.
मैं किसानी करता हूँ, उनका बेटा हूँ, अपनी जायदाद को बचाने के लिए इसके पीछे संघर्ष कर रहे हैं। और हमको जब अत्याचारी बोलते हैं, हम अत्याचारी नहीं, देश की रक्षा करने वाले लोग हैं किसान, और इनका खानदान हमारा किसानों का जय जवान जय किसान से साथ जुड़ा हुआ है। हम किसी के हक नहीं मांगते, किसानी के मुद्दे पर अपना हक मांगते हैं, किसी को बुरा भला भी नहीं कहते, शांतमय ढंग से हम चल रहे हैं।
अगर आंदोलन की बात करें तो जहां तक हम लोगों का, किसानों का जो नज़रिया है, हम इस आंदोलन को पूरी तरह से सफल मान रहे हैं। लेकिन इसको बदनाम करने के लिए, इसको फेल करने के लिए सरकार ने और मीडिया ने हर संभव कोशिश की है। मीडिया ने तो यहाँ तक कि खालिस्तानी, नक्सली आतंकवादी तक बता दिया। उन्होंने तो ये भी बता दिया कि ये चीन से इनको फंड आ रहा है, इनको पाकिस्तान से फंड आ रहा है, और जो ये यहाँ पे लोग आ रहे हैं ये हुड़दंग मचाने आ रहे हैं या ये सिर्फ खाने आ रहे हैं। तो इन सब चीज़ों को दिखाकर मीडिया ने ये कोशिश किया कि इनको किसी ना किसी तरीके से आंदोलन को बदनाम किया जाए, जिससे कि ये आंदोलन बिखर जाए, टूट जाए, और उसके बाद किसान अपनी आवाज़ उठा नहीं पाए। क्योंकि आवाज़ तभी बुलंद हो सकती है जब सभी लोग एक होंगे। और हमारी एकता ने हर एक प्रोपेगेंडा को, चाहे वो सरकार ने चलाया हो चाहे वो मीडिया ने चलाया हो, उसको पूरी तरह से फेल कर दिया है। तो सरकार की हर कोशिश के बावजूद जो हमारा जो आंदोलन है वो पूरी तरह से मैं सफल मानता हूँ।
The followers of Guru Gobind Singh, the 10th Sikh Guru, joined the farmers' movement. They are providing security to the protestants by riding horses around the protest areas in shift systems. The farmers' protest is gaining huge support from spiritual gurus as well. These are also raising their voice in support of farmers and against the new reform bills.
ये देश 1947 में आज़ाद हुआ, राइट? 1857 में आज़ादी का आंदोलन शुरू हुआ, राइट? 90 साल तक असंख्य धर्मयोद्धाओं ने अपने खून से इस देश की आज़ादी को सींचा। वो आज़ादी अभी तक किसान के जीवन में नहीं आई। सारी दुनिया की वस्तुओं की कीमत बेचने वाले तय करते हैं, किसान की फसल की कीमत खरीदने वाला तय करता है। बिना ये जाने उसको उसकी उत्पादन लागत भी मिली या नहीं, वो अपने बच्चों का पेट कैसे भरेगा। बात यह है समझने की, पैसे से आप गेहूं खरीद सकते हैं, राइट? पैदा नहीं कर सकते। पैदा करने के लिए धरती पुत्र बनना पड़ता है।
Shahjahanpur, a connecting national highway to reach Delhi from Rajasthan. India is a secular state with unity in diversity. The farmers, farmer supporters and volunteers from Rajasthan, Punjab, Maharashtra, Bengal, Uttarakhand, Kerala and Andhra Pradesh are here to participate in the protest.
हमको घाटे में बाल बच्चे हैं, किसी के 4 है, किसी के 5 है, तो उनको कैसे पढ़ाई करे, खाने का खर्चा, पढ़ाई का खर्चा, हर चीज़ महंगाई हो रही है। हर चीज़ का नॉलेज करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है हमारे लिए। बाकी यार हमको कोई सही में शौक नहीं है कि भाई रोड पे आके बैठे। अभी हम काम धंधे छोड़ के आए हैं तो हमको कोई तनख्वाह थोड़ी दे रहे हैं मोदी सरकार। मैं तो सिर्फ यही कहना चाहती हूँ सबसे, भाई सब यहाँ आए, सपोर्ट करे और सब समझे अपनी परेशानी। जब तक ये काले कानून वापस नहीं लेगा मोदी सरकार, जब तक हम यहाँ डटे रहेंगे, भले हमको साल लग जाए, कितने भी महीने लग जाए।
Farmers' Agreement on Price Assurance and Farm Services Act, farmers are opposing these bills. Why?
The CSCP every year declared the minimum support price. 90% cases, government policy declared as MSP, it is less than the cost of production. If the government declare policy of less than production, how the farmers can gain? But on the other hand, whatever price government declared, farmers are not getting. That is another hitch in the so-called MSP. They declared policy 1868 rupees per quintal paddy. They declared this year. But nowhere in India, farmers are getting 1200 to 1300 per quintal. So at least 30% less of the declared policy they are getting. So how they can continue with this such continuous loss? Besides, minimum support price is given only in the mandi system. Only Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh some mandi system is there. There they get minimum support price. And that is also less than cost of production, but at least that price they get. But all over India, farmers are not getting. Only 6% farmers get the present minimum support price. 94% farmers do not get that. So this is the farce. This MSP at present, it is farce. So if the farmers, that is minimum support price is not according to Swaminathan Commission report or the C2 plus 50%, then farmers cannot get proper price. But only declaration will not do. You have to ensure procurement. Private or government procurement should be there. If you declare the price and nobody purchase, then no profit, no gain. So they have to ensure procurement, government or private. Second. Thirdly, only few crops are included in the MSP. Many crops are not included. What will happen to those farmers who are cultivating other crops? They are not included in the MSP. And fourthly, we say, if people give less than MSP, government is giving MSP, only 6% people. Those 94% people are voting, the private traders are giving them lesser prices. So there should be an act. If anybody gives less than MSP, they should be punished. If these four characters are included, only there will be meaningful MSP.
Farmers' protest is igniting the young minds as well. The youngsters of India also started joining the movement.
आज हमारे किसानों की ये दूसरी लड़ाई है, ये आज़ादी की लड़ाई से कोई कम लड़ाई नहीं है। जब हमारे जो किसान हैं, माता पिता हैं, वो खेती करते हैं और वो लोग, उनके ऊपर अगर प्राइवेटाइजेशन कर दिया जाएगा, जो सभी लोगों को प्राइवेट कर दिया जाएगा, अगर उनके ऊपर ही ऐसे कानून बना दिए जाएंगे तो हम जिंदा नहीं रहने वाले हैं। आज हमें पूरे गांव में जा रहे हैं, धीरे धीरे। मैं यहाँ पे 25 तारीख को आया था, तब 25 तारीख को हम 5-10 लोग आए थे। हम लगातार गाँव में गए, जयपुर के आसपास के गाँव में लगभग 20-30 गाँव में हम गए हैं। वहाँ पे मीटिंग ये करी है, हमने युवाओं को जोड़ा है और 26 तारीख को हमारा इतना बड़ा आंदोलन होगा, निश्चित इस देख लेना, इस देश में क्रांति आएगी।
Protest is not just about the repeal of the three bills, but also about the other problems of farmers faced from years together.
The primary demand of the farmers have been to ensure that these three acts which have been passed by the BJP government be repealed, and along with that the amendments proposed to the Electricity Act also be withdrawn. Along with that, there are certain immediate demands that we have been making, that all sections of farmers have lost incomes during the COVID lockdown. They have to be given at least 10,000 rupees per month. Their loans have to be waived, and there is the important demand of the minimum support price being at least 50% more than the cost of production. So that is an issue which we have repeatedly been raising, which this government has so far not done at all.
When the protest is on the rage, the government has decided to have discussions with the farmers. And the government failed in the discussions many times. Why?
Meetings are farce. 8th round of talk, same thing. There is no agenda. We demanded, we are 7 months, we are demanding repeal of this 3 Act. But government are not ready to discuss repeal. No agenda. They want to impose their idea on the farmers. Why will accept that? We don't accept your amendment. Amendment will not solve the problem. Acts, 3 acts are A to Z. They are anti-people. So how can we accept that act?
Tikri border. The farmers are protesting peacefully since around 50 days.
जद मोदी पापी ने लोकां उत्ते जुल्म कमाया, औलख ते लीले ने डेरा बिच सिव्यां दे लाया, जालम सरकारे नी क्यों ना तरस किसे ते करदी, अन्नदाता भारत दा करदा कम जमाना जर्दी, किरती किरसाना नू तैं विच गदी गेड़ दे पाया।
But the mainstream media is not projecting the movement or not even the farmers' demands. So, the farmers decided to opt for the social media platforms to project their issues. The young volunteers formed a team and started social media point to educate and to support the farmers on new media technologies.
टोली वाइज हमने नंबर लिए, उनको हम एडमिन बनाते रहे। इस तरह से लाखों लोग हमारे साथ जुड़ गए और वो अपने साथ एडमिन के साथ साथ वो अपने जो गांव में उनके लोग बैठे हैं उनको भी जोड़ते रहे। तो जो भी हमारी लीडरशिप का जो भी फैसला होता था, जैसे भारत बंद की बात है, चाहे टोल टैक्स फ्री कराने की बात है, वो सारे फैसले नीचे तक हम यहाँ से भेजते रहे, वायरल करते रहे। और जो भी मतलब लीडरशिप की बात होती है सरकार के साथ, लगातार जितनी वार्ताएं हुई और वार्ता में क्या क्या निकला, वो सब क्लियर मैसेज, वो सब अब नीचे तक जा रहा है। कब किस चीज़ की ज़रूरत है, जैसे पीछे बारिश आई थी, बारिश में त्रिपाल की ज़रूरत थी, तो उस दौरान हमने त्रिपाल का बोला लोगों को, सामाजिक संगठनों को, वो त्रिपाल आ गए। जिस चीज़ की ज़रूरत होती है, जब दूध डेली आता है और ज़्यादा ना आए, कम भी ना रह जाए, इसके लिए भी हमने व्यवस्था कर दी है। सब गाड़ियों के नंबर अब हमारे पास हैं। जो भी साथी हमारी मदद कर रहा है वो सब साथी हमारे साथ एक प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर अब जुड़ गए हैं और आने वाले दिनों में 2-4 दिन में हम एक एप्लीकेशन के ऊपर काम कर रहे हैं। वो एप्लीकेशन भी इसी तरह से काम करेगी जैसे इमरजेंसी सर्विसेज हैं। किसी को कोई दिक्कत हो जाए रात को किसी भी टाइम, किसी कार्यकर्ता साथी को, किसी भी किसान को, तो तुरंत हमारे पास वो अपना उसमें डाल सकता है और तुरंत सर्विसेज सारी वहाँ पहुँच सकती है।
It is not just a farmers' protest. The citizens from various sectors and their families are taking part in the protest and supporting the farmers in all the possible ways. The service to Protestants is also reaching in various forms.
हम डे 1 से इस प्रोटेस्ट में हैं और हम यहाँ पर फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट मेडिसिन प्रोवाइड करा रहे हैं और साथ में फुट मसाज की हमने यहाँ पे मशीन सेटअप की हुई हैं और साथ में फुट मसाज बाय मैनुअली भी हमारे यहाँ पे जितने भी प्रोटेस्ट में हमारे फ्रेंड्स हैं वो सब मिलके मालिश करते हैं जो कि मसाज दे रहे हैं। ये हमने डे 1 में जब हम आए थे तो हमने एक चीज़ रियलाइज़ की कि बुजुर्गों को बड़ी प्रॉब्लम हो रही थी। तब यहाँ पर इतना मेडिकल का कोई भी इंतज़ाम भी नहीं था। इवन अब तो 2-3 कैंप और भी लग गए हैं। तो हमारे शुरू में ये आइडिया आया कि हम इस चीज़ को करें।
Essential Commodities Amendment Act. Farmers are opposing these bills. Why?
The Essential Commodities Act, which has been amended, that is going to affect not just the farmers, it will affect all consumers, the working class, the middle class, because it is literally providing for freedom for the corporate companies to hoard as much as they want and also lead to black marketing and increase in prices for the consumers. So that is another major issue which even the farmers and agriculture workers are consumers. They also, for them also these prices are going to affect. So that is why it is required that every section of farmers and every section of the society unite around this struggle and come out against the government moves.
Shahid Bhagat Singh Library is providing literature services to the farmers. The youngsters and farmers are getting a chance to know more about the historical movements and life histories of freedom fighters.
This is a great opportunity where we can use literature as a tool to make them aware about the political things which are working behind these ideas. Now we have 4 libraries with the same name, Shahid Bhagat Singh Library, at 4 different borders, which is one is Tikri where I am sitting right now, another one is in Sindhu, one is in Ghazipur, and the 4th one is in Shahjahanpur. We are also running a daily film screening on the name of Trolley Talkies. So the main area designated for the screening or the tent designated for the screening is on the opposite side of this road. So the idea to screen the film was somewhere same, because we also think that the popular culture always had a really big impact on the people.
Ghazipur, the national highway to reach Delhi from Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh. The Protestants' number is increasing day by day. Speeches are going on to motivate and to keep the farmers updated about the movement. Some of the Protestants turned into artists to attract and educate the people through their art forms.
इतनी सारी सरकारियाँ इनकी मर्जी से प्रोडक्ट पैदा करे और उनकी मर्जी पे इनके रेट पर ही अपना सामान बेचे, और वो लोग जब उसको इकट्ठा कर लेंगे, इकट्ठा करने के बाद बड़े बड़े गोदाम भर लेंगे, मार्केट में उस चीज़ को सामान को नहीं उतारेंगे। सामान का रेट जब मार्केट में किस चीज़ की किल्लत होती है, ये जो नियम है बाज़ार का नियम है, जब मार्केट में किस चीज़ की कीमत मतलब किल्लत हो जाती है, कमी पड़ जाती है, तो उसका रेट बहुत उछाल पे आता है। जब उछाल पे आएगा तब अडानी अंबानी अपने गोदाम में से सामान, उसी आटे को जैसे आज 35 रुपये की जगह 95 रुपये लीटर है, उसी तरीके से 25 की जगह 95 रुपये लीटर किलो आपको आटा मिलेगा।
प्रधानमंत्री सारे देश के होते हैं, हर पार्टी के होते हैं, हर व्यक्ति के होते हैं। अब उनको क्या करना चाहिए? उनके पास विशेष अधिकार हैं और वो अपने विशेष अधिकार, जिसको डिस्क्रिशनरी पावर कहते हैं, उसका इस्तेमाल करें। उनको 5-10 मिनट लगेंगे डिस्क्रिशनरी पावर इस्तेमाल करने के लिए। तो राष्ट्रपति तो हमारे प्रधानमंत्री को चाहिए, मैं अलमदार अब्बास ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि हमारे जो प्रधानमंत्री हैं उनको ये चाहिए कि वो राष्ट्रपति के पास जाएं और राष्ट्रपति के पास एक गैजेट के जरिए इस बिल को वापस ले लें और उन्हें 5-10 मिनट लगेंगे राष्ट्रपति बन जाने में। अगर ये स्थिति गंभीर है, वो कहते नहीं मैं लोकतंत्र पर विश्वास रखता हूँ, तो संसद का विशेष अधिवेशन बुला लें, जिस तरह से बिल पास हुए उस तरह से वापस भी हो जाएगा।
Republic Day, ceremonious parades take place at Rajpath as a tribute to India. The parade showcases the defense, cultural and social heritage. Lakhs of farmers took a chance to parade in Delhi to show the importance of farmers in the country. Farmers are like soldiers, but no government has taken an initiative to pass the bills which support the farmers. Everyone is in support of the corporate. We can't get food without a farmer. But the farmers are unable to get the minimum support price and getting into debts day after day. But their passion to feed the country is never ending. It's just not a fight of farmers, it's for the whole nation. India has the strongest constitution. People have rights for their rights. The current reform bills of farmers have led them to unite and fight peacefully.